1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's second down.
Go.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Darnold down to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Darnold from the gun. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This is Bell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Darnold on 3rd down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing his Wentz. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wentz going to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget. Compartment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football.
As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Quinnen Williams able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Man, 80. Watch the screen. Pass. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Red 80.
On first down, it's Darnold. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Bell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Let's go, baby.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he loses the football a second time. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. Mike 54. And the Jets first down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 53.
They'll go again with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 13.
Here we go. 180. Check 53.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins. An 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Looking here for Smith downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, it's Sanders. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it. Now the ball comes loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Darnold down to throw. It's caught. Smith. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try again with Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another run with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check. 53, Mike. Check.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. On the catch, it's Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Mike 47. Mike 48. Exit. Dude. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Quit talking, lady.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 53. Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Go. 180. 53. Coming this way. Here we go.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 34. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback.